The following is a presentation of WCMP Sports, local sports.
Past the 25, to the 20, to the 15, he's gonna high step into the end zone, touchdown!
Their wide receivers split each side.
He's still going into the end zone.
East Central Minnesota, the action starts now. To bring you the call, here's Ethan Game Day Gilman.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Brennan Field tonight for this town ball matchup between the Hinckley Knights and the Coon Rapids Redbirds. I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. Thanks so much for tuning in here this evening for this town ball baseball game. Knights hosting the Coon Rapids Redbirds here this evening. I know we were supposed to get out to a game this past Friday. That got rained out, so we were not able to get between the Hinckley Knights and the Coon Rapids Redbirds. We've been out all day. Game Day Gilman, thanks so much for tuning in here this evening for the playoffs. So we decided, why not make the stop on the way back from those softball playoffs here at Brennan Field as they get set to host the Redbirds on a chilly evening here in Hinckley, Minnesota. Again, Ethan Game Day Gilman here bringing you this matchup. And 47 degrees is what we're sitting at here. Wind at about 7 miles an hour, so wind not too bad. But 47 mile an hour, it is getting a little chilly here this evening, but tomorrow should be a lot better. It's 64, and next weekend and next week looking a lot warmer as well. But as we get ready for this one, an early season matchup between these two teams, Hinckley has not played too many games. In fact, they've only played two so far. Their first game they lost in May 10th to the Anoka Bucks, 12-3. Then this past Saturday they fell by one run to the Centennial Cougars, 8-7. Leading the way in that one was Cody Gustafson with 2 RBIs in the loss. Others getting in on the RBIs was Dylan Marcialonis, Bryce Erickson, and Trevor Johnson. All were a part of the RBIs. And pitching for them was, they went with 3 different ones, Corey Schmidt, Cody Gustafson, and Dylan Marcialonis. Spread that out over the 9 innings there for Hinckley Finlayson. And not a bad outing there for Hinckley, but they come up just short by 1 run. Getting 1 run late there in the 8th, but could not get that last run in the 9th that they needed, or the last 2, rather. They did out-hit the Centennial Cougars, though, 11-8, but did pick up 3 errors to the Cougars 2. So a little bit of difference there as we look at their second game of the year against the Centennial Cougars. They'll have a lot of home games this year, including a lot this month. Only one of the games this month for the Hinckley Knights is going to be on the road. That'll be next week. Next Friday, they'll be at the P&T Complex to play the Elk River Lumberjacks next Friday. Then that's it. They have the rest of their games this month at home. Plus a game on Friday. They will host the Andover Aces here on Friday. So I don't know if we'll be on at that one yet, but stay tuned. We'll keep you updated. Looking at the Coon Rapids Redbirds up to this point, the Coon Rapids Redbirds have lost a game up to this point. They've only played 1, and that was against the Monticello Polecats. As we take a look at the way that one went out, they actually scored first, but then had a 3-2 lead before the Polecats would go and score 1 in the 5th, 6th, and 7th to take that lead. The Redbirds got 1 in the 8th, but that was it, and the Polecats came out with a 5-4 victory for Coon Rapids in that one. Leading the way, RBIs-wise, was Jake Paulson with 2 of them, 1 for Cole Grobner, and then 1 for Tommy Dutton as well. They went with 5 different pitchers, meanwhile. Brandon Wozniak, Joe Lewis, Dylan Stye, Jackson Bates, and Zach Rustad were the pitchers that they went through there to get through that game. So went through a couple of them there to get through that one, but it is early in the season for these squads, so it's not too surprising to see them go through that many different pitchers here early in the season before, you get your high schoolers and some college kids who get back from playing in their playoffs. So we will that's kind of the way it looks here through the first part of the season. Of course, high schoolers still Not even into the playoffs yet for baseball. We're getting in there. Some are here this week, but it will be mainly next week that we jump into those, and then colleges right in the thick of things as well. So we'll get to their full rosters here, middle of June, end of June-ish is kind of when everything will look the way it should for both of these teams. But we're getting set for this one here. First pitch is set for 7:30 p.m. here at Brennan Field. And first we're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we'll have an interview with the manager for the Knights, Ted Haas. I was able to get an interview with him last week to talk about the upcoming season. So after our commercial break, we'll come back, hear that interview, then we'll go to commercial break again and come back and talk a little bit more about the game coming up here tonight as you're listening to Town Ball here on Anthem Country WCMP.
The truth is, you don't have to be an athlete to need physical therapy. Car accidents, work accidents, and simply aging can take its toll on our bodies. Physical therapy consultants have merged their Isani and North Branch clinics, but are still providing athletic training services to North Branch High School, and they can help you heal. Services like massage therapy, orthopedic care, and more, physical therapy consultants can help. Call physical therapy consultants at 1-888-THERAPY.
A Lennox air source heat pump is a high-efficiency air conditioning unit that can also heat your home or business during the spring and fall. It's more economical than heating with propane. Have Dale's Heating and Appliance install your Lennox air source heat pump. Ask Dale's how you can receive up to $1,000 in rebates for your air source heat pump system. And ductless mini splits also qualify for up to $1,000. Visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. Conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's agency, Pine Insurance Agency, at pineagency.us today.
Game Day Gilman here, and I'm now joined by the Hinckley Knights manager, Ted Haas. Coach Haas, thanks so much for joining me.
Yes, thanks for having me on.
And we are getting ready for the Eastern Mini League season to get underway. You guys have already played a game. There's a lot to go through, but there are some changes that have happened for the league this year. Just in class-wise, you guys are not the only team to have moved classes. There are a few teams that have actually been moved. You have now moved to Class B. Give us a little bit of information on the movement for your team from Class C to Class B.
Okay, well, they decided to go back to 3 classes in the Minnesota Baseball Association, so it goes by criteria points, and we have a number of players that accumulate points on our roster. We have some kids that they get points depending on what level of college baseball that they play. There are some rules that if you go through the Hinckley School District that you can be exempt. However, you have to choose between the district and the city limits, and due to the fact that a lot of our kids don't live in the city limits, we have to take some extra points for that because a lot of our kids that play in college, that are from Hinckley or did play in college, don't live in the city limits. So we do take some points for that. And then, of course, we've got some people that are not within the Hinckley School District, too, because you have the surrounding areas where you can get players from as well, so we grab points from there. And anybody that has over 19 points is going to be in Class B. If you have 19 or under, you will be in Class C, and then it's over 35, you'll be in Class A. And right now we're in the mid-20s, so that puts us in the Class B. But there are 5 teams in the Eastern Mini that are in Class B, 1 in Class A, and the rest are in Class C at this point.
And looking at it for the season, does that change much for the regular season? Because I'm sure it does change a bit for the postseason.
Our regular season is pretty much the same. We play every team in the Eastern Mini one time, and they all count. And seedings for I believe all of the different classes each game counts, and it just goes by, the 5 teams that are in Class B for us, for example. Whoever has the best record in the Eastern Mini would be the 1 seed, and so on.
I know looking at the class seedings, and it says there are 3 tournament bids in Class B, just for people who maybe aren't as up on the information as others. The 3 tournament bids, what does that mean for Class B?
That means that out of the 10 teams, 3 will get a berth into the state tournament, the top 3 teams.
We know that the Eastern Mini has also added a team here this year in Moose Lake. Now, I know that may change things going forward, but this year for you guys, it won't change too much player-wise because I know I heard somewhere that the guys who came down from Esco last year, you guys will actually be able to keep on the team.
Yeah, so at that point, they had allowed the guys from up north to choose any team in the Eastern Mini to play with. The state board had, because there was not a team that was available for them for that. So anybody who signs with a team and you are legal to play for them, you are grandfathered in for as long as you want to play for them. So anybody who signed with a team before Moose Lake came in, for example, still can play on the team that they were on. So it does change a little bit just because Moose Lake now is further north. So the people that are living in like the Cloquet area and all of that they would be in the Moose Lake's radius. So they would be the first. Moose Lake would be the team that they would most likely be playing on because of that 30-mile radius that we have, unless there's outstanding circumstances, which we've had in the last couple of years, just because of not a lot of teams being up further north.
Looking at it this year, it looks like maybe a little bit of the team-wise, a little bit younger on the age side of things. I know last year was Sean Osmus's last year as well. So kind of looking at the roster, how is that shaping up?
Well, we definitely will miss, Sean's leadership. Sean will still be around the ballpark, I'm sure, plenty. But, we've been young for quite some time. We've had definitely some veteran presence on our team with, Sean and Ben Sickler and whatnot. But, the guys that have been playing for quite some time are, they're a year older. And, a lot of our guys are, even though they're young, they're very much turning into veteran amateur baseball players. And so I don't expect that, we'll miss Sean's leadership and what he could do on the field, but I still fully expect us to be able to play a very strong brand of baseball once we get going here and get into our midseason form. I don't see the age being as much of an issue just because of a lot of the kids that we have so much experience.
I know in previous years we've talked about how the beginning of the season may not look like the end of the season just because you've got guys who are still finishing up high school, still finishing up the college season. So I'm sure the team isn't quite where it's going to become, towards the middle of the season. Would you agree?
I would definitely agree. I mean, we've got guys right now that we're playing that are getting their feet wet because they're no longer in college or they're no longer high school players, and they're just, we're just getting going here and getting them some at-bats and some innings on the mound. And, of course, we've got some college kids that are having success right now, and their teams are advancing in the playoffs. So, and we hope that they will continue to advance and go as long as they can. But we sure love it when they come back and start playing with us, as a lot of those kids are pretty talented. And, of course, we do have a few high school kids that, the high school team has to be their main focus here for a while, and we certainly hope that they have strong runs as well in their playoffs as they come up here. But, once everybody starts coming back and coming around, we do tend to look a little bit different. But what's nice about it is we have a nice amount of depth, and we still expect that no matter who we have that particular night, we expect to play a great brand of baseball, and we take the field expecting to win every night, and no matter who our opponent is, and we've got people that we're confident in putting out there no matter. That's why we have them on the roster.
Looking at the schedule coming up here, you've already played one game. You played last weekend against the Anoka Bucks. Kind of take us through that game, if you would.
Well, we try to fill our schedule with Class A teams to begin with. We want to see some good pitching and get us ready for our Eastern Mini schedule. And so we had Anoka last week, and we started Ben Sickler on the mound. And Ben is, of course, our veteran pitcher, and making sure that his body is ready to go and whatnot. And he threw 3 really strong innings like Ben always does. And, I told him, boy, you look like Ben Sickler out there, meaning, you got the job done. And he did real well. And then we brought some of our other guys in, and they weren't quite as successful necessarily, but, battled, and they're trying to get their feet wet as well. And, we had a little bit of trouble getting a lot of offense going. We left a few guys on base, and some things that are expected early in the season, and some guys getting some of their first amateur baseball at bats. Some of our younger guys that were able to play for us last week. So saw a lot of good things. I know the score on the scoreboard maybe isn't indicative of all the positives that we were able to get out of that game.
I know looking at this first part of the season, for you as the manager, what are you hoping just to kind of get out of these first games? Obviously, you want to come out and win, but is it trying to get these guys back into, town ball, the mindset, or is it, more just kind of knocking the rust off a little bit?
Well, it's some of each. We're not too concerned about wins and losses other than, we're trying to win. But those first few games before we get into league play, they're mainly to get some guys some at-bats, start seeing the ball from the pitcher's hand, and obviously get our pitchers going and trying to make sure that they've got the strike zone, the ball's feeling good in their hand, and they've got all their pitches working. And we want to give everybody kind of, as the next few weeks go, maybe stretch them out just a little bit so that they're ready to go a little longer once we get into the league season. So the big thing is we want to get them out there, get them playing, get their bodies used to it so they're, all the soreness maybe is going away so they don't have to deal with that all season, and really just get them acclimated and back and ready to go.
Looking at the rest of the May schedule here, you'll have all but one home game. That has got to be so nice to see that on the schedule for you and the team.
Yeah, we really like the fact that people love to play at Brennan Field up in Hinckley, and if you haven't been out there, it's a treat to come and watch games. It's a great atmosphere out there. The smells from the grill and the buzz of the crowd, and obviously the baseball. It's a really good time. Great way to spend a summer evening, and so we're lucky. I think we have about 27 or 28 games on the schedule, and I think about 22 or 23 are at home, and that's the way we like it, and other people like it too. They don't mind traveling to Hinckley because it's such a great place to play.
Looking at the weekend coming up, you will again hopefully have a game tonight if the rain holds off or is not as strong as we hope it is, but you'll have a game tonight and then a game tomorrow. What are some of the things that you're hoping to see from the team here this weekend? Well,
we've got a couple extra guys back that weren't around last weekend, and we'll try to get them some action, and along with the guys that were here. And since we have 2 9-inning games, we'll try to stretch out the pitching just a little bit more. We've got Dylan Marshallonis should be back from his spring at St. John's, and so we should be getting some innings from him on the mound this weekend, and so that'll be fun to see. And some of our other guys that just kind of got their feet wet on the mound last weekend are going to get another chance to get out there and start feeling more and more comfortable. And, the big thing is with 2 games, a bunch of guys can get a bunch of at-bats. And, we're hoping by next Wednesday and Friday, a week from now, that, we're starting to feel more comfortable in the box and, ready to start playing at a higher and higher level as we go here through May.
Well, Coach, that's all that I have for you today. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, just I appreciate that you guys always cover us, and I know the guys appreciate it, and I know the people in the area, I think they like to keep up on how the Knights are doing, and so it's a lot of fun to have a little partnership with WCMP, so thanks for all the help.
Yes, absolutely, and again, thank you so much for taking time to do this interview. It's greatly appreciated.
No problem.
The Mushroom Melt is back at A&W. How does this sound? Sautéed seasoned mushrooms and onions with melted Swiss cheese on your choice of a juicy burger or grilled chicken. Then add golden French fries and a medium soft drink. It's the Mushroom Melt and Fries combo at A&W. Now, top it off with a classic A&W root beer float featuring vanilla soft serve and made fresh root beer, all in a frosty mug. Or how about the A&W Root Beer Freeze? Signature combos and delicious treats always at your local A&W restaurant in Pine City.
Need a prescription or medication advice? Wellia Health's community pharmacies in Mora and Pine City are open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Our friendly pharmacists are here to answer your questions and to help with prescription transfers. Call us at Pine City 320-322-5141 or Mora 320-679-3999 or visit welliahealth.org.
Join us June 14th for a day full of free outdoor experiences.
Oh, I was there last year, and I'm going again.
Join us for the free youth outdoor experience at the Gopher Rifle and Revolver Club in Harris, June 14th. Come for the axe throwing, exhibits, clay pigeon demos from the fire department, arts and crafts, 2,000 ears of sweet corn. There's really too much to mention. And kids that sign up before May 31st get a free t-shirt. Register now.
It's easy to sign up. There's a QR code on the Facebook page.
Get the QR code today. Visit Long Spurs of Sunrise River.
It was awesome.
Back here on Anthem Country WCMP as we're getting ready for first pitch here at Brennan Field between the Knights and the Coon Rapids Redbirds, not to be confused with the Isani Redbirds. Knights getting their final word there before they head out onto the field. And while we have a moment, we'll take a look at how they'll line up defensively. On the mound and pitching for them tonight is going to be number 28, Ben Sickler. And behind the plate catching is number 32, Bryce Hipp. Then over at first, it'll be number 13, Dylan Marcilonis. And at second, it's number 30, TJ Johnson. And at third, number 21, Isaiah Haas. Then at short, it's number 29, Corey Schmidt. In the outfield, in left, it's number 18, Max Sickler. In center, it'll be number 33, Griffin Steele. And in right, it'll be number 11, Brady Johnson. That's how the Knights line up defensively as they take the field. Again, Sickler will pitch here for the Knights this evening, and he's been with this team for a while. As we take a look at some of the stats here for the Knights, Ben Sickler, 3 innings, ERA of 3. Got a bit of a chilly night here this evening in Hinckley. Seeing a low of 32. Goodness. And tomorrow we get back up to around 65 degrees. Next week looks pretty nice, though, back up towards the 70s. Been pretty blessed this month with the warm weather. Redbirds wearing their gray unis, the red letters and numbers. The gray hats with that red cardinal on it. Knights with their white pants, green jerseys, the 2 yellow stripes with the middle, or 2 white with the yellow middle, and then the letters and numbers white outlined in that yellow. The green hats with the yellow H on it. And leading off for the Isani Redbirds is going to be number 12, Justin Walters. Looks like we're set to go, and Walters will lead it off for the Redbirds of Coon Rapids. First pitch swinging, and that one is out towards left, and it's going to get down for a base hit. Walters' first pitch swinging. Leadoff single. And now to the plate is number 26, Brett Grosvenor. Leadoff man is on. Lefty is Brett Grosvenor. That one's in there for strike 1. Hipp lost it for a second, got it back though. Sickler will check the runner at first, but he's back in plenty of time. Here's the 0-1. That's low for ball 1. Brett Grosvenor. And the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled down the first base line. Moves it now 1-2. Sickler with the 1-2. Took some off that one. That one heading down the first base line rather, and winds up going foul. Count stays 1-2. Sickler readies, and the pitch. That one is popped up towards shallow left, just off the dirt, and miscommunication there between third, short, and left, and it winds up falling in between all three of them. Well, looked like they had talked at least, but then everyone pulled back. So that'll be a base hit there for Grosvenor. And now to the plate, Scott Jusilla. Get a quick meeting between catcher and pitcher, and we're back and ready to do it. Runners at first and second now. That one is in there for strike one. Jusilla. Oh, 1 on the way from Sickler. That one is popped up. Shallow center, and it is caught by the second baseman for out number 1. Play made there by T.J. Johnson for the first out, and now Tommy Dutton to the plate. Runners at first and second, 1 down. Sickler with the first pitch here to Dutton. Swung on right back up the middle. A double play ball. Not cleanly handled by T.J. Johnson, but throw on to second for 1. And they get the throw at first for the double play. So double play ball winds up as 2, and that will end the top of the first. 2 hits, no runs for the Redbirds of Coon Rapids. Errors. And that takes us to the bottom of the opening inning. And while we have a moment, taking a look at how the Coon Rapids Redbirds will line up here this evening. On the mound and pitching is number 42, Brandon Wozniak. And behind the plate catching is number 6, Jaden Kopp. Then over at first is Dylan Stye. At second, it's 30, Zach White. And at third, it's number 34, Scott Jusilla. And at short, it's number 26, Brett Grosvenor. Then in left, it's number 24, Tommy Dutton. In center, it's 12, Justin Walters. And in right, it's number 29, Matthew Richmond. That is the Redbirds lineup defensively. And as Wozniak gets ready, taking a look in how the Knights will lead it off here with the 1-2-3 batters. It'll be Max Sickler, Bryce Hipp, and Corey Schmidt due up in that order. And you heard in that interview pregame with Pat Haas, a few changes this year for the Knights. Moved up a class to Class B. If you win there, there was only 1 team in Class A this year for the Eastern Mini League. And that team, is the Elk River Lumberjacks. Class B has 7 teams. Knights one of them, the Saga Lakes Bulldogs, Princeton Panthers, Isani Redbirds, Moose Lake Buzz, and the North Branch Nighthawks. The rest of the teams are in the Class C. Final warm-up throw is in there for Wozniak, and again, Max Sickler come to the plate as the leadoff man for the Knights. Wozniak with the windup and the pitch. Swung on and softly hit towards second. Throw on to first is in time for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out. So a quick one out there for the Knights, and now to the plate is the catcher, Bryce Hipp. Here's the pitch from Wozniak. In there for strike 1. 0-1 to Hipp. Got a piece of it, fouls it back out of play. And that will make the count 0-2. Wozniak taking a moment and now Reddy's with the 0-2. Oh, that well inside for ball 1. One ball, 2 strikes now to Hipp. Got a piece of that one. It is popped up on the infield. Catcher calls for it and makes the grab for out number 2. That hung for a while, but nice grab there by the catcher for the second out. Corey Schmidt now to the plate for the Knights. Making his way to that right-handed batter's box. First pitch to him, outside in the dirt for ball 1. And the 1-0. Schmidt got a piece of it into the backstop, though. So 1-1 now for Corey Schmidt. 2 down, nobody on. 1-1 on the way. Ooh. And that one just over Schmidt's head. Oh, 2-1 count for Schmidt with 2 down. Here's the 2-1 to Schmidt. That's going to be called strike 2 to even up the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Wozniak now with the 2-2. Inside for ball 3 to run the count full for Corey Schmidt. And here's the full count pitch. Schmidt swings and misses on that one for out number 3. 1, 2, 3 go the Knights. No hits, no runs. No errors there for Coon Rapids. And we move forward. Up next will be the top of the second inning here in Hinckley at beautiful Brendan Field, the home of the Knights and the Jaguars of Hinckley Finlayson. Take a quick 30-second break here. Back after word from our fine sponsors.
Minnesota Twins baseball.
Twins 2, Blue Jays nothing, 9th inning. The 0-2 to Varsho. He struck him out! Twins win! Twins
Every
win!
hit, home run, or strikeout on the boat, on the lawnmower, or at work. All the action is right here.
This is Royce Lewis.
This is Ryan Jeffers.
Hey, Twins fans, this is Rocco Baldelli. You can catch Twins baseball all season long right here
The Twins!
on Cool Country 100.9 WCMP.
Well, maybe not a sponsor, but a promo anyways for the Minnesota Twins. Catch them over on 100.9 FM. They won one, lost one today. They won over the Guardians 6-5 and then lost the second game 5-1. Split that game today. Then they get tomorrow off. Back here getting set for the start of the top of the second inning. Getting ready to lead off for them is going to be number 30, Zach White, the second baseman. Sickler readies. And here's the first pitch. That one swung on towards deep right. It is going to go off the fence. And it's a leadoff double for Zach White. Leadoff double for Zach White, and now Jaden Kopp. At the plate. So Sickler now with the runner at second, and the first pitch to Kopp. That's inside. Ball one. One 0 to Kopp. That one is swung on and fouled back into the backstop. One now to Jaden Kopp. One on the way. That one swung on and hit out towards right. And a sliding catch made out there in right field. Nice job there by Brady Johnson for out number one. One down here in the top of the second inning, and now the manager wants to have a word with the ump about maybe the catch out there. I don't know, that looked like a clean catch to me. Oh, it's gonna stay in out, but
Look at the replay, Rich. Bring a batter up here.
now we gotta wait for the next batter, the DH, Jake Paulson, to make his way to the box. He's DHing for Dylan Stye, the first baseman. So after a pause in the action, we're ready. And Paulson swings and hits that first pitch out towards right. Another catch there for Johnson out in right field for out number two. And Matthew Richmond now making his way to the plate. So runner on second, but now with two down for the Coon Rapids Redbirds. Sickler readies, and here's the pitch. Outside for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch now to the right fielder. It's in the dirt, staying in front of the catcher. Bryce Hipp, throw down to third, and he's got him. So with that ball moving around on Hipp, White tries to take third, but he is thrown out by Hipp. So that's going to do it for the Redbirds half of the second inning. Runner from second is thrown out trying to take third. And it's now down to the bottom of said inning. As the Redbirds will get back out and retake the field. For those of you who have listened to us broadcast high school baseball, this is a little bit different. We go 9 innings, not 7. So a little bit different. Of course, we won't stop after 7. It'll be 9, so we get that official 7th inning stretch. Due up for the Knights is the 4, 5, 6 batters. Isaiah Haas, TJ Johnson, and Dylan Marcialonis. Those are the players due up for Hinckley. As Wozniak finishes up his warm-up pitches. So here comes Isaiah Haas to lead it off for the Knights. Wozniak with the pitch. That's low for ball 1. 1-0 on the way. Haas gets a piece of it, fouls it back out of play. And now 1-1 for him. One on the way. That in there for strike 2. Isaiah Haas. And the 1-2. Haas gets a piece of it, and that is going to get by for a base hit. First hit of the evening for the Knights. This is a single for Isaiah Haas. And now coming to the plate is TJ Johnson. With that leadoff runner at first. Wozniak checks Haas at first, but Haas is back in on one knee. Here's the pitch. In there for strike 1, TJ Johnson. The 0-1. That's low for ball 1. Wozniak readies. And the 1-1. Johnson gives that one a ride out towards right. That's going to get down. That's a base hit. The right fielder blocks it, but that's going to allow, well, almost. TJ Johnson took a big turnaround first, but he had to stop. That moves Isaiah Haas to third. Runners now at the corners. Nobody out for Dylan Marcialonis. So Marcialonis at the plate, nobody out, runners at the corners. The Knights have the opportunity now to get on the board first. First pitch to Marcialonis in there for strike one. 0-1 on the way. Oh, and Marcialonis swinging at that one and missing. Now the count 0-2. Wozniak delivers. Outside for ball one. 1-2 on the way. Low. And in there for strike three looking. So one down now for the Knights. Brady Johnson to the plate. Runner still at the corners. Now with one down. Brady Johnson into the left-handed batter's box. That's in there. Strike one. Here's the check the runner at first, but he's back. Wozniak with the 0-1 now. It's Brady Johnson. That one is outside, and that's ball one. One on the way. Brady Johnson swings and misses. And now a 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. And Brady Johnson swings through this one and misses, and that is out number two. So now to the plate is the DH, another lefty, Bryce Erickson. First pitch to Erickson. Call it strike one. Wow. So one outside, but that one is swung on and popped up into foul territory. Out of play. Erickson back into the box. 0-2 count. 0-2 count now for Erickson. And here's the pitch from Wozniak. Erickson right back up the middle with that one. That'll score a run. An RBI single for Bryce Erickson. Well, after getting that runner at third, looked like it wasn't, they weren't going to be able to bring him home, but they wind up doing that there with Bryce Erickson RBI. And now to the plate is the center fielder Griffin Steele. Wozniak, first pitch to him is low, ball one. Here's the 1-0. Outside, ball two. Wozniak with the 2-0. That one popped up by Steele, and it is grabbed by the second baseman for the third out. Well, 3 hits, 1 run for the Knights. And no errors by the Redbirds of Coon Rapids, and we'll change innings. After word from our fine sponsors, we'll be back, and it'll be inning number 3 here at Brennan Field, where the Knights lead the Redbirds 1-0 on that Brace Orthodontic scoreboard.
Brad here from Lee's Pro Shop in Pine City. We're a full-service lettering shop with a full line of athletic supplies for any sport. We have professional staff here at Lee's Pro Shop to customize your orders. We are the pros who specialize in athletic apparel and equipment. We even do trophies and awards as well as computerized engraving in the store. Let Lee's Pro Shop help you with any athletic apparel. Lee's Pro Shop, servicing our communities since 1973, where the passion for sports begins.
Resetting your password, unsubscribing from emails, printing anything. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your business doesn't have to be one of them, so you can get back to more important things, like learning how that printer works. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's agency, Pine Insurance Agency, at pineagency.us today.
Back here on Anthem Country WCMP. Redbirds coming out. Matt Richmond going to lead off for the Redbirds of Coon Rapids. He'll finish his at-bat from last inning. Of course, during his at-bat, Zach White was trying to take third after a bobbled ball by the catcher, and he was thrown out. So Matt Richmond back at the plate again. This one is outside for ball 1. Next one's in there for a strike one, though. 1-1 on the way from Sickler. Swung on and fouled right back towards us. And it'll make it 1-2. This next pitch is outside for ball 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff man, Matthew Richmond. And the 2-2. And that's in there. Strike 3 looking for out number 1. And now to plate the pitcher, Brandon Wozniak. Here's the first pitch from Sickler. In there. Strike 1. That one swung on, right back up, and into center field for a single. And now back to the top of the order for Justin Walters. He singled back in the first. First pitch to him is swung on out towards right field, and the right fielder easily under that one for out number 2. And now Brett Grobner to the plate. He singled back in the first as well. Here's the pitch from Sickler, swung on and fouled off. No, 1 for Grobner. That one swung on, hit hard to the second baseman, thrown on to first in time for out number 3. So 1 hit, no runs, And no errors by the Knights. And that takes us to the bottom half of inning number 3. Redbird Strand 1. Now the Knights get ready to come to play. We'll take a quick commercial break.
Need reliable energy? Burnett Dairy Cooperative has you covered with top quality propane services. Whether you're heating your home, running your business, or firing up the grill, our propane is safe, efficient, and always dependable. Choose Burnett Dairy Cooperative Propane, your trusted partner for all things energy. Stay warm, stay powered, stay local.
Embrace Orthodontics offers a unique specialized approach to orthodontic treatment with custom braces or Invisalign. The team at Embrace loves getting to know their patients personally and takes the time to make sure all your questions are answered. Their board-certified orthodontists use only the latest in modern technology to give you the best outcome possible. They work with your insurance company and offer flexible financing options to fit your budget. Call today to set up your free exam and see how Embrace Orthodontics can transform your smile. More online at embracemn.com. That's embracemn.com.
Back here on Anthem Country WCMP as we get ready for the bottom of the 3rd inning. Due up for the Knights is the top of the order. 1, 2, 3, Max Sickler, Bryce Hipp, and Corey Schmidt are the players due up. As Max Sickler makes his way to the plate. Wozniak with the first pitch here to Sickler, and in there, strike 1. And here's the 0-1. Inside for ball 1. 1-1 now. It's now a 1-1 for the leadoff man, Max Sickler. Wozniak with the pitch. Outside, ball 2. 2-1 on the way. That one swung to the shortstop. The shortstop makes the play. Throw on to first in time for out number 1. And now to the plate is the catcher, Bryce Hipp. Flew out back in the first. Looks at that one inside, ball 1. And here's the 1-0. Swung on and hit out towards left. The left fielder running up to it, but not going to get there in time. And that's down for a 1-out base hit. So Hipp. Is on with a 1-out base hit, and to the plate, Corey Schmidt struck out swinging back in the first. Schmidt watched that one go by for strike 1. And that one swung on and popped up towards foul territory. And they'll get that ball back in. players making their way back to the dugout, and Schmidt at the plate now. A 0-2 count. Runner at first, one down. 0-2 on the way. No, instead they'll check the runner. He is back just in time. The 0-2 outside for ball one. Here's a pitch from Wozniak. Swung on and hit right back up the middle by Schmidt, and that's going to be a base hit. Corey Schmidt. So back-to-back base hits for the Knights here in the bottom of the third. Puts players at first and second with one down for Isaiah Haas. Wozniak with the pitch. Haas does not swing through, and it's in there for strike one. And the 0-1 outside. One for Isaiah Haas. Runners at first and second. Bottom of the third, one down. Pitch from Wozniak, well outside. Kopp, though, with a good stop on that one to keep it from rolling to the backstop. But that is ball two. The 2-1 to Haas. Haas gets a piece of that one out towards center, and the center fielder makes a good read on it just a little bit to make the catch for out number two. So two down for the Knights. Runners at first and second. TJ Johnson at the plate, a single back in the second. First pitch here to Johnson. First pitch swing, pops it up, and it is caught by the second baseman for out number three. 2 hits, no runs, no errors by Coon Rapids, and that ends the third. Well, the Knights still lead on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard, 1-0 over Coon Rapids. And we'll come back after word from our fine sponsors for the fourth inning of play here on WCMP.
Your journey to smile with your forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget, whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics. A smile you will embrace forever.
Dale's Heating and Appliance, your local heating and appliance expert, is committed to making your family's comfort their top priority. And now you can add water softeners to their list of expertise. Dale's now offers water softener sales or rentals along with installation, service, and salt delivery. So if your home needs quality water, make the call to your already trusted experts at Dale's, or just visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. dalesheatingandappliance.com.
Back here on Anthem Country, WCMP, 106.5 FM, AM 1350. Top of the fourth, Knights lead 1-0. And getting set to lead off for the Coon Rapids Redbirds is Scott Jusela. Sickler with the pitch. That's low for ball one. Here's the 1-0 from Sickler, outside again for ball two. 2-0 now. That one swung on right at the second baseman, takes the hop, knocked down, and the throw to first is there, but it pulls Marciulionis' foot off the bag, so he is safe at first. Counted as an error there at second. And now Tommy Dutton to the plate. Sickler, first pitch to him is in there, strike one. For Dutton. And the 0-1. Foul tipped into the backstop by Dutton for strike two. And now the 0-2. Try to get him on the outside part of the plate. No offer, though, as that one is low and ball one. The 1-2 now. And that one again missing low for ball two to even up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch from Sickler. Swing and a miss on the... Oh, they're going to say foul tip anyways. 1 down now for the Redbirds, and to the plate is Zach White. Hit a double in the second, but was wound up being thrown out at third. That's it. There for strike one. A 1. In there for strike two on the outside part of the plate. So Zach White quickly down 0-2. And the runner from first moving to second got a really good jump, and with that he's going to be able to not only get to second, but he's into third now. This ball a little bit over the head of Isaiah Haas. Knocks it down enough to keep the runners there, though. There's a base hit for Zach White. Runners at the corners, 1 down for Jaden Kopp. And we'll get a quick mound visit with Ben Sickler. And while we have a moment, remind you that stay tuned to our morning shows on Friday mornings during the morning shows on 100.9 FM with Joshua Muron and over on KBK with Adam Hefty. Tune in for your chance to win a pair of Saints tickets. That is every Friday during the morning shows on KBK and WCMP. Get a chance to text in and win. Here's the pitch to Kopp. Called ball one. One 0 on the way. That one swung on, fouled, out of play. And now 1-1 to the catcher, Jaden Kopp. Throw over to first, but he's back in plenty of time. Here's Zach White. 1-1 on the way. I think he got a piece of it foul, and I'll count 1-2. 1-2, and it'll be ball 2 with that pitch. So evens up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runners at the corners. 1 down here in the top of the 4th. Outside. Now run the count full. Here's the full count. And that is ball 4. So Kopp draws the walk. That will load the bases now. Jake Paulson coming to the plate. Still only 1 out for the Redbirds. The pitch from Sickler. In there. But no, they're going to say ball 1. That one swung on. Hit towards third, and it's going to get by the outstretched glove of Haas. It's going to slow roll into the outfield, and it's going to score 2 on a RBI on a single. Well, the Redbirds will take a 2-1 lead. Runners at first and second, and 1 out. Into the right-handed batter's box, it is Matthew Richmond. Struck out looking in the second. Piece of that one, but fouled out of play. And Sickler will step off as the runner at second takes a big lead. Here's the 0-1 outside for ball 1. One now from Sickler. And that is ball 2. Two one now to Richmond. That's in there. Strike 2. Two to Richmond. Swing and a miss. Throw down a third. Is in time. And that, 2 for 1 there. Strikeout for Richmond. That's out number 2, and then catch the runner at third for out number 3. Well, 2 hits, 2 runs for the Redbirds. An error there by the Knights. Will push us down to the bottom of the 4th now. Redbirds now have a 2-1 lead on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Osnack will be out there for another inning for the Redbirds. Also, another way you can stay tuned to local sports in the area is tuning in to those morning shows I talked about on 95.5 FM with Adam Hefty at 7:30 and 8:30, or over on 100.9 FM at 7:45 and 8:45 with Joshua Muron. Talk about the local high school sports in the area, town ball, plus some regional and national sports on there as well. As we ready for the bottom of the fourth inning. Leading it off for the Knights will be Dylan Marciulonis. Wozniak with the pitch. Marciulonis, this one is popped up. Second baseman calls everybody off, and he's got it for out number one. Oh, one down. And Brady Johnson at the plate, a swinging strikeout in the second. Looks at that one for strike one. The 0-1 got a piece of it, and now it's 0-2. Wozniak readies and the pitch outside for ball one. One, two on the way. And that's low. For ball two. Even 2-2 count now for Brady Johnson with the leadoff man retired. Thought about it. And they're going to get him on the outside part of the plate looking for out number two. Two down, and that brings to the plate Bryce Erickson. RBI single in the second. That is their lone run so far. Two down in the bottom of the fourth. That one swung on and popped up towards left, and that's going to get down. So it gets down in between a couple of players out there, and it's a two-out single for Erickson, and Griffin Steele looking to put this one in play, keep this inning alive. Here's ball one. Wozniak with the pitch. Inside, ball two. 2-0 now to Griffin Steele. Two down and that runner at first. That one is ball three. .30 on the way, that's in there, and that'll be strike one. So Steele a 3-1 count, runner at first, two down. Here in the bottom of the fourth, they trail by one. As that one is inside, and that's ball four. So a walk drawn there by Griffin Steele, and that'll put runners at first and second, back to the top of the order, and Max Sickler to the plate. 0 for 2 today, 2 groundouts so far for him this evening. And now Wozniak readies. Here's the pitch. Sickler, that one's going to get by. That's going to be a base hit. They're going to send that runner from third. Here he comes rounding third. The throw is not going to be close in time. And scoring is Bryce Erickson. RBI single, Max Sickler. And that puts runners at the corners, 2 down for Bryce Hipp. So it is all tied up at 2 apiece here in this one with 2 down, runners on the corners for the Knights, and Bryce Hipp trying to keep it alive. This one not offered at, and they throw down to second off the mark, which allows Sickler to take second on a steal. So now 1-0. This one is swung on, and that's going to leave the infield. That's going to score 1. That's going to score 2. A 2-run single for Bryce Hipp. Well, after trailing 2-1, they quickly come back and now take a 4-2 lead. So that lead for the Redbirds did not last long. And it also came with 2 outs for the Knights here in the bottom of this inning. So now to the plate is Corey Schmidt, looking to continue the little 2-out rally with a runner at first. Got a piece of that one. That one is popped out towards deep center. It is gone. And Corey Schmidt with a 2-run home run to left center. A 2-run home run for Corey Schmidt. And what was not too long ago a 2-1 deficit is now turned into a 6-2 lead. So quickly turning it around here are the Knights with 2 outs. And can Isaiah Haas keep it going? Haas wanted to. Lead lays off, but it's in there for strike 1 anyways. Quick pitch there, but Haas makes him pay for it, and he's got a single. So still a 2-0 rally going, and TJ Johnson, can he add on? 2 down, runner at first. Trying to with the first swing, but he'll foul that ball out of play. Here's the 0-1 from Wozniak. And that one is in there for strike 2 to TJ Johnson. 0-2 for TJ Johnson. Got a piece of it. That's going to get down for a base hit. Runner from first is moving on to third, and they're going to hold him up there at third. So another 2-out hit for the Knights. We have swung around with runners on the corner, still 2 outs, and we're back to Dylan Marcialonis. A big inning here for the Knights, scoring 5 runs so far, and we're going to have a mound visit with the pitcher. Actually, looks like we might be switching pitchers. And if that's the case, it looks like the first baseman, Dylan Stye, would come in to pitch. And that looks to be the case. Well, we're gonna get a commercial break here real quick as they get the new pitcher in there, so we can allow him to warm up and get a word from our fine sponsors here on WCMP.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a four-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare, information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available. Go online to pine.edu for more information. Pine Technical and Community College, connect with success.
Arrowhead Transit, your community, your ride. Arrowhead Transit is proud to support this station and bring you reliable public transportation in your community. Whether you need to get to work, school, or the doctor's office, our friendly drivers and comfortable buses are here to serve you. We're committed to connecting communities and making transportation accessible for everyone. Arrowhead Transit is your community partner in getting around. Arrowhead Transit is a supporting sponsor of the station and is dedicated to supporting our local communities.
Physical therapy. It's one of those services you don't think about until you need it. Pain happens. Count on the team at Physical Therapy Consultants to help. Physical Therapy Consultants, with locations in Zimmerman, St. Francis, Andover, Ham Lake, and recently merged North Branch and Isani, accept all insurance plans, workers' comp, and auto. Their expertise can help you and your body repair. Find out how Physical Therapy Consultants can help you heal. Call 1-888-THERAPY today. That's 1-888-THERAPY. Physical Therapy Consultants.
Back here on WCMP, Anthem Country, 106.5 FM, AM 1350. Here, bottom of the fourth. Two down still for the Knights, but runners at the corners, and we've got a new pitcher. As I mentioned, Dylan Stye will come in to, or stay probably. So Dylan Stay, we'll go with that. We'll go with Dylan Stay. Dylan Stay on the mound now as the Knights have batted around. It's Dylan Marcialonis back to the plate for the second time this inning. So Stay will get the first pitch here to Marcialonis. And that's outside. That's going to get to the backstop, and that actually went out of play. And so with it going out of play, that still scores a run. Moves a run from first to second. And now it's 7-2 after the pass ball. 7-2 after the pass ball. Two down still for Dylan Marcialonis. 1-0 count. And the pitch. That's high for ball two. Two 2-0 now. Outside. Ball three. Marcialonis and the 3-0. That's strike one. Pitch from Stay on the way. Marcialonis got a piece of it and fouls it off. So now a full count here for Dylan Marcialonis. Runner at second, two down. It's been a two-out rally here for the Knights. And the pitch. Piece of it, that's going to get by the pitcher and even by the second baseman. It's also going to score a run. RBI single for Marcialonis in his second at-bat of the inning. And also coming to the plate for the second time is Brady Johnson. So now an 8-2 lead for the Knights. Let's just keep it going. He'll stay. First pitch to Brady Johnson. That's down for ball one. The 1-0 to Brady. Got a piece of it. That's into the outfield in the gap for a base hit. Marciulionis rounding second. Going to take third, and he is... Ooh. Wow. He is, he's at third. But it was close. Maybe a little too close. But Marciulionis is into third anyways. Still 2 down for the Knights. And also at the plate for the second time this inning is Bryce Erickson. He actually kind of started it with a single his first time around. That's high for ball one. One out to Erickson. Got a piece of it and the soft roller to second. On to first. The throw is in time for out number 3. But damage was done. A lot of hits for 7 runs for the Knights, and they take an 8-2 lead going in to the 5th inning. When we return, we will have said 5th inning ready for you. But first, a word from our fine sponsors here on WCMP.
At Burnett Dairy Cooperative, we're more than just your local dairy. We're also a trusted propane provider, serving homes, farms, and businesses across northwestern Wisconsin and east central Minnesota. Whether you need a tank installed or reliable delivery, we're here for you 365 days a year with flexible options that fit your needs. As a farmer-owned cooperative, we're committed to supporting our community because your home and farm deserve the best. Call 715-689-1032 to learn more. Burnett Dairy Propane, serving you with pride every day of the year.
Are you ready to get back to doing what you love? Whether it's recovering from an injury or preventing one, Wellia Health Sports Medicine Team is here to help. From kids to adults, we specialize in treating sports injuries, including concussions. We're here to get you back to peak performance. Call us today at 320-679-1313 or schedule an appointment through MyChart. Visit welliahealth.org.
You gotta stop somewhere, so make it a stop into the Holiday Station store in Pine City and start saving. Thursday, May 22nd from 4 to 7 p.m., get 40 cents off per gallon of gas. Whoa, 40 cents per gallon savings? While you're there, grab Pringles 2 for $5, Jack Link's 2 for $11, Doritos are buy one, get the second half off, and Gatorade 3 for $6. Better get into the Freeway Holiday Station store in Pine City and start saving.
Untangling your headphones, finding the right remote, saying goodbye to your favorite shirt that hasn't fit in 10 years. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who live in your community and answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like finding a new favorite shirt. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local Auto Owners Agency, Pine Insurance Agency at pineagency.us today.
Leading off the top of the 5th for the Redbirds is Brandon Wozniak. And we have a new pitcher for the Knights. It is Bryce Erickson, the lefty up there pitching. First pitch to Wozniak is strike 1, and Wozniak got something in his eye. Now he's back into the box. Strike 1, first pitch from Erickson to him. After Sickler went 4 innings. This one is ball 1. Here's the 1-1 from Erickson. That's low for ball 2. And now a 2-1. fire that one in there. But it is a 3-1 count to the leadoff man, Wozniak. That one's high, and that's ball 4. So a leadoff walk for the Redbirds, and back to the top of the order for Justin Walters. Runner at first. And Erickson with the pitch. Swing and a miss on that one. Good looking pitch from Erickson. The 0-1 swung on and missed. Erickson ahead early, 0-2. Bryce Erickson, 0-2. That one is swung on and hit out towards right. Johnson underneath it. And makes the grab for out number 1. So 1 down for the Redbirds here in the 5th. Runner at first, and Brett Grobner into the left-handed batter's box. Erickson, first pitch inside for ball 1. Here's the 1-0. And that's low, ball 2. Here's the 2-0. That's in there for strike 1. And Erickson 2-1. Ooh, that one got away from him. Over the head of Grobner for ball 3. Run right first, 1 down. Erickson, the 3-1 pitch to Grobner. And that's ball 4. Runners at first and second for Scott Jusula. Erickson with the pitch. And that's ball 1. The 1-0 pitch is on the outside for strike 1. Jusula. And the 1-1. Bounces to the catcher, gets away, and it will advance the runners now to second and third scoring position for the Redbirds. A 2-1 count for Scott Jusula, and Erickson readying with the 2-1. Here's the pitch. Swung on right to the third baseman. Throw home. And plenty of time. And Wozniak cannot slide around that. The tag is there for out number 2. Fielder's choice will allow Jusula to reach first and Grobner to third. Runners at the corners, 2 down. And at the plate comes Tommy Dutton. That one high and stays high for ball 1. Excuse me. Runners at first and second. Swing and a miss there by Dutton. One on the way from Erickson. That's inside, and that's ball 2. Top of the 5th, 2 down. Runners at first and second. 2-1 for Dutton. That one will be ball 3. 3 balls to 1 strike for Tommy Dutton. And the pitch from Erickson is in there for strike 2. Full count for Dutton as Erickson trying to get out of the inning. That is ball 4. And with that, loads the bases for Zach White. Top of the 5th, still 2 down. Erickson's first one is low for ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Swung on and hit out towards left center, but there is Sickler to make the grab for out number 3. Oh, it's no runs. No errors by the Knights. And that'll take us to the bottom of the 5th. And while we have a moment, let's take a second and hear a word from our fine sponsors.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer, that signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
Hey there, neighbors. Matt Winsand, CEO Burnett Dairy. Farmers are the people that wake up before the sun, who battle the elements, and tend to their crops and herds with a passion that runs deep in their veins. At this time, I would personally like to thank the farmers. From all of us at Burnett Dairy Cooperative to all of our incredible farmers, thank you. Burnett Dairy Cooperative. Real farms, real flavor.
Back here on WCMP Anthem Country, Game Day Gilman. Out here at Brennan Field for this town hall game between the Knights and the Coon Rapids Redbirds. Again, not to be confused with the Isani Redbirds. I've almost said that I don't know how many times tonight, but no, they are not the Isani Redbirds. They are the Coon Rapids Redbirds. Stay tuned to us. We'll be your home for playoff high school baseball and softball as they go through the playoffs. Tomorrow there's even more happening. I think what I seen was that a lot of today's games actually got moved to tomorrow, and with that, looks like we're going to be broadcasting from Bram. So we'll see on that. We'll keep you up to date. Stay tuned to the morning shows for info on that. Due up for the Knights is going to be the 9, 1, and 2 batters. So to lead it off is going to be Griffin Steele. First pitch to Steele on the way. Outside, ball 1. That's inside for ball 2. Now a 2-0 for the leadoff man, Griffin Steele. That one is in there. Or strike 1. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Got just a piece of it. A slow roller to the shortstop. Steele, though, a lot of speed. The throw to first is in time for out number 1. Good throw. Almost, though, took him off the bag. But he just did get that foot there. And now Max Sickler. And the first one to him is low, ball 1. And the 1-0. Ooh, inside. Sickler just spins out. Two balls and no strikes. Sickler right back to the pitcher in a nonchalant grab right in the glove for out number 2. Seen them come back up the middle a few times tonight, but that's the first time a pitcher has caught that one. Still a nice, really nice grab there by him. So now 2 down, and to the plate is Bryce. And a 1-1 now. And the pitch on the way. Outside for ball 2. 2-1 to Hip. Ooh, and that got him. So Hip is hit by the pitch. And he will be at first. 2 down, runner at first. And the last time this happened, well, the Knights went out and scored 7 runs on 8 hits. So now, can Corey Schmidt come out and get another 2-out rally going? He homered last inning, a 2-run homer. And Schmidt, that one's in there for strike 1. But with that pass ball getting by, that'll be allow him to go down to second. And the 0-1. Schmidt gets a piece of that one, but fouls it out of play. Stay with the 0-2 pitch. That's bouncing. Rolls up the net a little bit and allows the runner to get to third. So a 1-2 count for Corey Schmidt. Runner at third now, 2 down. And here's the 1-2 pitch. Low. That is ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 5th, runner at third. And the pitch. And just does follow that one off to keep himself alive. Get a new ball back in here for Stay. And again, the 2-2. And a wild pitch. They're not going to send that runner from third. So runner will stay at third. Meanwhile, it's a full count now for Corey Schmidt. And now a 9-2 lead with Isaiah Haas stepping to the plate. First pitch to him is inside. Schmidt is going to take second, and ooh, the throw was there, but that ball popped out of the glove of the second baseman, and Schmidt is safe. So a steal for Corey Schmidt, and Isaiah Haas with a 1-0 count. Got to piece that one out towards right in the air and is caught for out number 3. The Knights are able to add one with 1 hit and 1 run. No errors there by Coon Rapids, and we move forward to the top of the 6th inning. And, of course, we will have that top of the 6th inning after we return from a word from our fine sponsors here on WCMP. The truth is, you don't have to be an athlete to need physical therapy. Car accidents, work accidents, and simply aging can take its toll on our bodies. Physical therapy consultants have merged their Isani and North Branch clinics, but are still providing athletic training services to North Branch High School, and they can help you heal. Services like massage therapy, orthopedic care, and more, physical therapy consultants can help. Call Physical Therapy Consultants at 1-888-THERAPY.
A Lennox air source heat pump is a high-efficiency air conditioning unit that can also heat your home or business during the spring and fall. It's more economical than heating with propane. Have Dale's Heating and Appliance install your Lennox air source heat pump. Ask Dale's how you can receive up to $1,000 in rebates for your air source heat pump system. And ductless mini splits also qualify for up to $1,000. Visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. Conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Back here on Anthem Country, WCMP 106.5 FM, AM 1350. Top of the 6th inning, Knights lead 9-2 over the Coon Rapids Redbirds. Knights, this will be their first of 2 games this week. They will play again on Friday as they host the Andover Aces. Won't play a Eastern Mini League game until next Friday when they go play Elk River, and then that Saturday they'll host the Mora Blue Devils. So not till next week will they play a Eastern Mini League game. Meanwhile, it is Bryce Erickson still on the mound, but the first pitch here, to the leadoff man, the catcher Jaden Kopp, is high for ball 1. Now the 1-0. Ooh, inside. Almost got him. But does. So runner at second now. For the Redbirds. And again, the DH, Jake Paulson, at the plate. One-0 count to him, and the pitch from Erickson. Bouncing, and that's ball 2. Erickson now, the 2-0. Swing and a miss by Paulson. 2 balls and 1 strike. Erickson, that one goes high. And a 3-1 count. That one stays high for ball 4. So puts a runner at first and second now. Matthew Richmond at the plate. And that one to Richmond is ball 1. That one in there, outside part of plate for strike 1 from Erickson. That one's in there as well for strike 2. One-two pitch. That's outside, ball 2. 2-2 count for Richmond. That's in there, strike 3. It got him looking. And that's out number 1. Brandon Wozniak to the plate. One down, runners at first and second. That one's in there, strike 1. The 0-1. Yeah, stays high for ball 1. Here's the pitch that swung on and hit out towards shallow right. That's going to stay fair as well. And it's going to score 1, and it goes out of play, so runner will have to stay at third. 1 run does score. They do get 1 run, and the runner from first moves all the way to third. Still only 1 out. With runners in scoring position, 9-3. Now the score, and that brings up Justin Walters. Erickson's pitch is there for strike 1. The 0-1. Ooh, all 1. That 1-1 is swung on and hit out towards right field. It's caught. The runner from third will tag. The throw not going to get to home in time. So it'll be a sac fly to score another run. So 2 down for the Redbirds. It's now 9-4. And at the plate is Brett Grobner. That one bouncing away from the catcher hip, but down the third base line, so runner from second stays. The 1-0 is in there, strike 1. Erickson the pitch. Swung on, and a slow roller to the first baseman. The throw is no, not going to get there. Grobner beats it out. And the infield single. So runners on the corners now 2 down for Scott Jusela. This one inside. And now a 3-1 count. Those of you just joining us, we're in the top of the 6th. It was a 9-2 lead coming into this inning, but 5 runs for the Redbirds has now made it a 9-7 game. A swing and a miss for that one. Runs the count full now for Jaden Kopp. Again, he led off the inning. Here's the full count. Outside, ball 4 to load the bases. Bases loaded, top of the 6th, still 2 down for the Redbirds. And that'll bring to the plate the DH, Jake Paulson, excuse me. That one hit right to the shortstop, and an error. The error will score 2 to tie it up at 9. So an error there at short allows 2 to score. Runners at first and second. Still 2 down, but now we're tied at 9. First pitch here to Matthew Richmond is in there for strike 1. Well, back-to-back 7-run innings, but for the wrong team. This inning around, it's the Redbirds who have now scored 7 in an inning. 1-1. And throw down to second. Whizzed right by Corey Schmidt's head. A 2-1 count for Matt Richmond. Still 2 down here in the top of the 6th inning. Runners at first and second for the Redbirds. All knotted up at 9. And this one nearly gets Richmond. He spins out of it. It's now 3 balls to 1 strike. And this one misses for ball 4. To once again load the bases. Brandon Wozniak, he hit an RBI single his first time up in this inning. Knights just looking for the final out. Foul tipped it. Hit the catcher and the ump. Both okay. A 1 now for Wozniak. Here's the pitch. That one hit out towards right center. It's down. That's a base hit to score 2. And the runner from first is, in at third safely. So a 2-run single once again for Wozniak. Runners at the corners, and it's now 11-9. Redbirds. So we're back to the top of the order with Justin Walters at the plate. That's in there, strike 1. The 0-1 on the way. It's hit. Right to second, and he underhands it to second for the third out. A lot of damage done there by the Redbirds. They score 9 runs. 9 of them. And they now take an 11-9 lead over the Hinckley Knights. Well, the Knights had a 7-run lead at one point, but has now gone by the wayside. Get a new pitcher in for the Redbirds for this inning. It'll be number 29, Matt Richmond. So Richmond comes in as the new pitcher for the Redbirds, and with that, we'll take a commercial break, and after we return, it'll be the bottom of the 6th.
Join us June 14th for a day full of free outdoor experiences.
Oh, I was there last year, and I'm going again.
Join us for the free youth outdoor experience at the Gopher Rifle and Revolver Club in Harris, June 14th. Come for the axe throwing, exhibits, clay pigeon demos from the fire department, arts and crafts, 2,000 ears of sweet corn. There's really too much to mention. And kids that sign up before May 31st get a free t-shirt. Register now.
It's easy to sign up. There's a QR code on the Facebook page.
Get the QR code today. Visit Long Spurs of Sunrise River.
It was awesome.
Minnesota Twins baseball.
Twins 2, Blue Jays nothing, 9th inning. The 0-2 to Varsho. He struck him out! Twins win! Twins
Every
win!
hit, home run, or strikeout on the boat, on the lawnmower, or at work. All the action is right here.
This is Royce Lewis.
This is Ryan Jeffers. Hey, Twins fans, this is Rocco Baldelli. You can catch Twins baseball all season long right here.
The Twins!
On Cool Country 100.9 WCMP.
Brad here from Lee's Pro Shop in Pine City. We're a full-service lettering shop with a full line of athletic supplies for any sport. We have professional staff here at Lee's Pro Shop to customize your orders. We are the pros who specialize in athletic apparel and equipment. We even do trophies and awards as well as computerized engraving in the store. Let Lee's Pro Shop help you with any athletic apparel. Lee's Pro Shop, servicing our communities since 1973, where the passion for sports begins.
Back here on WCMP, and leading off for the Hinckley Knights is T.J. Johnson. With a 1-0, the pitch from Richmond is low for ball 2. And Johnson swings and fouls this one off. It's now a 2-1. The pitch. Outside. 3-1 now for T.J. Johnson. Pitch from Richmond. Ooh, it got him. Well, it would have been ball 4 anyway inside, but it got him. So he's hit by the pitch, and that brings to the plate Dylan Marcialonis. Runner at first now for the Knights as they try and get 2 runs back to tie this game up. Try and retake the lead. This one is swung on and fouled out of play. And the 0-1. Barcelona's double play ball to the shortstop on to second for one, throw to first in time for the double play. So 2 down, and Brady Johnson now at the plate. 1 for 3 today. Swing and a miss on the first pitch for strike one. And the 0-1. That is called ball one. The 1-1. It's outside for ball two. And now the 2-1 from Richmond. That's going to be strike two. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nobody on for the Knights here in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a miss by Brady Johnson for out number 3. No hits, no runs. No errors there by the Redbirds. And we'll move forward. Coming up after the commercial break, we'll have the 7th inning of play for you here on Anthem Country, WCMP.
Resetting your password, unsubscribing from emails, printing anything. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your business doesn't have to be one of them, so you can get back to more important things, like learning how that printer works. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's agency, Pine Insurance Agency, at pineagency.us today.
Need reliable energy? Burnett Dairy Cooperative has you covered with top quality propane services. Whether you're heating your home, running your business, or firing up the grill, our propane is safe, efficient, and always dependable. Choose Burnett Dairy Cooperative Propane, your trusted partner for all things energy. Stay warm, stay powered, stay local.
Back here on Anthem Country WCMP, we get ready for the top of the 7th inning. Knights trail 11-9 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. And leading it off for the Redbirds is Brett Grobner. As he makes his way into the left-handed batter's box. Showing bunt, misses on the bunt attempt, and that's strike one. Now a 1-1 after that one outside. That one in the zone, swung on out towards left. Sickler on the run, not going to get to it in time. That's down for a base hit, and now the throw in is not in time as Grobner takes second. So now at the plate, runner at second. Schmidt with the pitch. That's ball one. To Drusilla. One on the way. Turns into 2-0. And the 2-0 now to 2-1 after that. Pitch is in there for the strike. The 2-1 in there, inside part of the plate for strike two. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Gisela. Here's the pitch from Schmidt, and he just got a piece of it to foul it off, and he stays alive. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And here's the pitch. That'll turn it into a full count. Schmidt gets this one in there. It's hit, and that's going to go out of play. Foul. It's that Knights party deck over there. So another full count for Drusilla with a runner at second. That one, again, just got a piece of it to foul it back. He stays alive again, full count. Sun's gone down. It's definitely gotten colder out there in this one. Again, we're supposed to be just above freezing tonight. That's ball 4. So Drusilla draws the walk, and it brings to plate Tommy Dutton. Runners at first and second, nobody out. And this one is fouled off. The 0-1 from Schmidt. Turns into 1-1. The 1-1 on the way. Swing and a miss by Dutton. And then the throw down to second. Ooh, is going to get by. And a run scores. Well, that'll score the run on the error. So now a runner at second, and it's Tommy Dutton, this one. A grounder to the second baseman, and he could not grab it cleanly. Oh, my. Another error out there for the Knights. Runners on the corners. Nobody out for the Redbirds. It's 12-9. Strike 1 to Zach White. Nope, we're going to check that runner. Stepping off the mound and check the runner this time, but he's back safely. Here's the full count. Hit right back up to Schmidt. Oh, my goodness. Another one. That is not fielded cleanly. That scores a run from third. The runner is safe at first, and runners at first and second. The 7th error this evening for the Knights. One down, 13-9. Now the Redbird lead. This one swung on, and the shortstop this time makes a clean grab, and then the throw to first. Shouldn't have made the throw to first. The runner was going to be safe anyways, but they're going to score a run on yet another. So, with runner at first and 2 down now for the Redbirds, it is now 14-9 after that run does score. Meanwhile, at the plate and getting another hit is Matt Richmond. Won't score a run, but it'll put him at first. And now at the plate, Brandon Wozniak, and 2 down for the Redbirds, runner at first and second. First pitch to Wozniak is outside, ball 1. That one's ball 2. The 2-0 from Schmidt. Swung on and popped up. And that one is caught by the second baseman for the final out. Well, damage is done again. 2 hits, but 3 runs cross. 4 errors there by the Knights. So that moves us now to the bottom of the 7th inning, our 7th inning stretch here. We'll take a quick commercial break.
Embrace Orthodontics offers a unique, specialized approach to orthodontic treatment with custom braces or Invisalign. The team at Embrace loves getting to know their patients personally and takes the time to make sure all your questions are answered. Their board-certified orthodontists use only the latest in modern technology to give you the best outcome possible. They work with your insurance company and offer flexible financing options to fit your budget. Call today to set up your free exam and see how Embrace Orthodontics can transform your smile. More online at embracemn.com. That's embracemn.com.
Your journey to smile with your forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget, whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics, a smile you will embrace forever.
Back here on WCMP Anthem Country, 106.5 FM, AM 1350. The Knights, after leading 9-2, have since given up 12 runs and have not answered. But getting set to lead off for the Knights here in the bottom of the 7th is going to be number 27, Everett Osmus. First pitch is strike one. And the 0-1. Osmus gets a piece of that one, pops it up, though, just behind second base. It is caught by the shortstop for out number 1. One down for the Knights, and coming to the plate is going to be Griffin Steele. That pitch is outside for ball 1. Richmond again, the pitcher. Took over there in the last inning. Oh, and reaching at one there is Steele for the first strike. Got a piece of that one down the third base line. Third baseman picks it up. Throw on to first is there. Route number 2. Well, they went basically 1-2-3 last inning. After the leadoff man was hit by the pitch, he was actually thrown out. Now back to the top of the order, Max Sickler at the plate with 2 down. That one he lays off, and that's going to be ball 1. The 1-0 from Richmond. In there, ball 2. That one's strike 1 to Sickler. The 2-1. That one swung on and hit out towards center. Center fielder's on it. And makes the grab for out number 3. 1, 2, 3 go the Knights. No hits, no runs, and no errors there by the Redbirds. And we move to the top of the 8th. It'll be the top of the order to bat for the Redbirds. And we shall have that top of the 8th inning after a word from our fine sponsors here on WCMP.
Dale's Heating and Appliance, your local heating and appliance expert, is committed to making your family's comfort their top priority. And now you can add water softeners to their list of expertise. Dale's now offers water softener sales or rentals along with installation, service, and salt delivery. So if your home needs quality water, make the call to your already trusted experts at Dale's, or just visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. dalesheatingandappliance.com.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a four-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare, information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available. Go online to pine.edu for more information. Pine Technical and Community College, connect with success.
Arrowhead Transit, your community, your ride. Arrowhead Transit is proud to support this station and bring you reliable public transportation in your community. Whether you need to get to work, school, or the doctor's office, our friendly drivers and comfortable buses are here to serve you. We're committed to connecting communities and making transportation accessible for everyone. Arrowhead Transit is your community partner in getting around. Arrowhead Transit is a supporting sponsor of the station and is dedicated to supporting our local communities.
New pitcher here for the Knights. To begin the eighth, it's going to be Griffin Steele. Which made 1 1/3. 5 hits, 8 runs. Struck out 1. And also walked 1. So Griffin Steele will lead off, Justin Walters will lead off, and it's Griffin Steele now on the mound for the Knights. And there's the pitch swung on and fouled down the first base line. One on the way. Ooh. And that got him in the helmet. That one got away from him a little bit. So that one gets him in the helmet. Looks to be okay. That will put a runner at first with the hit by pitch. Brett Grobner to the plate now for the Redbirds. This one is swung on and out into the outfield. Almost a sliding grab for Max Sickler. But it is going to get down. So runners now at first and second. Nobody out. And Scott Gisela at the plate. And that pitch is outside. Gets away from the catcher. It allows the runners to advance to second and third. One on now for Gisela. And that's a low for ball 2. And the 2-0 completely outside, and the pass ball allows a run to score and the runner to move to third. Runner at third, pass ball scores a run of 15-9 now. Scott Gisela with a 3-0. That's ball 4. Runners at the corners, nobody out. Tommy Dutton at the plate. This one bouncing, a high bouncing ball. They'll get the runner at second. The run will score. But they do get that runner at second for the first. So now runner at first with one down. It's 16-9. And at the plate, Zach White. Strike one to him. The 0-1. Swung and missed for strike two. The 0-2 from Steele. And he'll go down looking for out number two. And Jaden Kopp now at the plate. Two down, runner at first. Swing and a miss by Kopp. Steele with the 0-1 pitch. And that's in there to make it an 0-2 count. Oh, 2 in there. And another one, strike three looking. So 1 hit, 2 runs. And no errors there by the Knights. That'll bring us to the bottom of the 8th inning. Knights trail here 16-9. It was a decent start for them. 1-0, then they were down 2-1 before a 7-run fourth put them up 8-2, and then they scored a run there in the 5th to make it 9-2. But then the very next inning, in the 6th, it was the Redbirds who answered back with a 9-run inning to take an 11-9 lead. They have since added 5 more runs and now have a 16-9 lead, which the Knights have yet to answer. Here in the bottom of the 8th, the Knights will lead it off with Bryce Hipp. Still Richmond on the mound for the Redbirds. We'll see if he finishes it off here. It'll be the 2, 3, 4 batters due up for Hinckley. Bryce Hipp will lead off. Get that final warm-up in. So here's Hip with the 1-0 count. The 1-0 from Richmond outside for a 2-0 count. .3-0 now after that one bounces. .3-0 to Hip. Ooh, 3-0 swinging. A little bit of surprise, but fouls it off. Here's a 3-1 pitch from Richmond. That's over Hip for the walk, the leadoff walk. Now brings to the plate Corey Schmidt. Schmidt homered back in the fourth. Has 3 RBIs. 1 in the fifth as well. 3 for 4 tonight. That's outside, ball 1. And the 1-0. Schmidt with a chopper to short, throw on to first is in time for the first out. Runner advances to second. Now to the plate is Isaiah Haas. Haas on the night, 2 for 4. And that pitch is outside for ball 1. The 1-0. And it's now 2 balls and no strikes. Make it 3-0 for Isaiah Haas. Runner at second, 1 down for the Knights here in the bottom of the 8th, trailing 16-9. That's ball 4. Another walk this inning for the Knights. Runners at first and second, and TJ Johnson now at the plate. He's 2 for 3 today. He was hit by a pitch back in the 6th. That one's outside, ball 1 to him. The 1-0. High for ball 2. Pitcher will take a moment and now step back onto the mound. 2-0 to Johnson. Outside again. Ball 3. The 3-0 is now in there to make it 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike to TJ Johnson. Runners at first and second, 1 down. The pitch from Richmond. Swung on, and that's going to get by for a base hit. And we'll hold that runner at third. But the bases are now loaded. And it's Dylan Marcelonis to the plate. And we're getting a mound visit here for Richmond. So a chat with Richmond on the mound. And could see another change sooner than later, but they'll keep him on there. So Richmond will stay on the mound. Bases loaded for Dylan Marcelonis. Knights trail by 7. And that pitch is in there, strike 1. And the 0-1. Bouncing to the catcher. Richmond with the 1-1 pitch. Marcelonis softly hit to the shortstop. Throw on to first is in time for out number 2, but it does score a run. Two down now for Brady Johnson. Runners at second and third. And the score is 16-10, Knights trail on the Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. 1-0 for Brady Johnson. And that is strike 1. Looks like they tried to throw the runner out at third, but say he's back safely. And Brady Johnson. It's that one down the first base line. Foul. Two down, 1-2 count for Johnson. Runners at second and third. That's high and outside. Ball 2. The 2-2 pitch to Brady Johnson. He fouls it back into the netting. He'll get another chance at 2-2. Everett Osmus due up after Brady. That'll run the count full. That one running high. And the full count pitch to Johnson. He got a piece of it, and that's going to leave the infield to score 1. Oh, it's going to leave the right fielder's glove and score a second on the error. An RBI single. And then with the error, it scores the runner from second. And the error also allows Brady Johnson to move into second. So now it's 16-12. And now Everett Osmus will take his second at bat. And looks like we'll get a pitching change here for the Redbirds. So we'll, I guess we'll get another break here as they get a pitching change, so we'll take a commercial break to hear word from our fine sponsors.
Physical therapy. It's one of those services you don't think about until you need it. Pain happens. Count on the team at Physical Therapy Consultants to help. Physical Therapy Consultants, with locations in Zimmerman, St. Francis, Andover, Ham Lake, and recently merged North Branch and Isani, accept all insurance plans, workers' comp, and auto. Their expertise can help you and your body repair. Find out how Physical Therapy Consultants can help you heal. Call 1-888-THERAPY today. That's 1-888-THERAPY. Physical Therapy Consultants.
At Burnett Dairy Cooperative, we're more than just your local dairy. We're also a trusted propane provider, serving homes, farms, and businesses across northwestern Wisconsin and east central Minnesota. Whether you need a tank installed or reliable delivery, we're here for you 365 days a year with flexible options that fit your needs. As a farmer-owned cooperative, we're committed to supporting our community because your home and farm deserve the best. Call 715-689-1032 to learn more. Burnett Dairy Propane, serving you with pride every day of the year.
Are you ready to get back to doing what you love? Whether it's recovering from an injury or preventing one, Wellia Health Sports Medicine Team is here to help. From kids to adults, we specialize in treating sports injuries, including concussions. We're here to get you back to peak performance. Call us today at 320-679-1313 or schedule an appointment through MyChart. Visit welliahealth.org.
You gotta stop somewhere, so make it a stop into the Holiday Station store in Pine City and start saving. Thursday, May 22nd from 4 to 7 p.m., get 40 cents off per gallon of gas. Whoa, 40 cents per gallon savings? While you're there, grab Pringles 2 for $5, Jack Links 2 for $11, Doritos are buy one, get the second half off, and Gatorade 3 for $6. Better get into the Freeway Holiday Station store in Pine City and start saving.
And back for the bottom of the eighth, 2 down, runner at second for Everett Osmus. The new pitcher is Scott Gisela. It's now a 2-0 count for Osmus. This is going to make it a 3-0 count. And that one's strike one. The 3-1 is outside for ball 4. And now runners at first and second. 2 down for Griffin Steele. So Jusela with the first pitch here to Griffin Steele. Swung on and softly hit to third. The throw to first is in time for out number 3. Well, a little bit of something there for the Knights. 2 hits and 3 runs. No errors there for the Redbirds, and we head to the 9th and final inning. The Redbirds leading the Hinckley Knights 16-12 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. We'll take, again, a commercial break, and once we return, we will have that 9th and final inning coming your way here on Anthem Country, WCMP.
Untangling your headphones, finding the right remote, saying goodbye to your favorite shirt that hasn't fit in 10 years. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who live in your community and answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like finding a new favorite shirt. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owners agency, Pine Insurance Agency, at pineagency.us today.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer, that signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on-site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
Back here on WCMP, Anthem Country, ready for the 9th and final inning here from Hinckley. So now to the plate. Is Dylan Stay as Griffin Steele. The first pitch is inside for ball one. And then the next one is strike one for Stay. Might help if we get the camera pulled up. There we go. So 1-1 for Dylan Stay. Griffin Steele, the 1-1 inside for ball two. 2-1 on the way. Oh, inside, nearly got him. Away 3-1 for Dylan Stay. And that one up and in for ball four. So that'll put a runner at first, leadoff man, and Matthew Richmond to the plate. And there's strike one. Check the runner at first, but he's back in plenty of time. The 0-1. In the dirt. Gets by the catcher. That allows Stay to move to second. One now to Richmond. That one outside. And that's ball two. That one's inside for ball three. 3-1 on the way to Richmond, and that's going to run the count full after the strike. Pitch from Steele. That's ball four again. Runners at first and second, nobody out for Brandon Wozak. Or Wozniak. That one runs high for ball one. And it to the pitcher for the first out. But the runners do advance to second and third, and that brings to the plate Justin Walters. So runners advance to second and third, one down here in the top of the ninth. Griffin Steele with the first pitch to him. First strike one. That one gets by Steele on the throwback from the catcher. Steele with the 0-1. That's low, and that's ball one. Another one low for ball two. The 2-1 stays high, and that's ball three to Justin Walters. And low for ball four. And that to load the bases with one down. And now up to the plate is the lefty, Brett Grobner. Swing and a miss on that one. Fired in there from Griffin Steele. The 0-1. Got a piece of it, a soft roller to second. Oh my. So another error will score a run and keep the bases loaded. (17-12). And the first pitch here to Scott Gisilla is in there for strike one. That's on the inside part of the plate for strike two. The 0-2 from Steele. Swung on and fouled out of play. So 0-2, bases loaded. Steele with the pitch. Jammed him up a little bit. That one's going to go into foul territory and get down. So Gisilla still with an 0-2 count here, top of the ninth. One down, and the bases loaded. And he'll foul this one off out of play once again. Steele with the 0-2. That's going to get by the catcher, and the pass ball will score a run. And that will advance the runners to second and third to make it 18-12. This next one again by Gisilla is fouled off. Out of play. The 1-2 to Jasilla. Fouls this one off again. Got to get a new ball thrown back in. Still only one down for the Redbirds here in the top of the ninth. Runners at second and third. The 1-2 from Steele. And he just did get a piece of that one to score one, and they're going to push it, and they're going to score two. So that does score two to make it 20-12. Runner at first. Still only one out for the Redbirds. Tommy Dutton at the plate. Swings and misses at that one. The 0-1 to Dutton. Swing and a miss. And the 0-2 from Steele in the dirt. And Jasilla will run down to second. So 1-2 count now for Tommy Dutton. That one swung on and popped up towards right. And, oh, it's down. Down in between a few guys, and base hit. Runners at the corners, one down. So it'll be Zach White to the plate. Three for six up to this point. This one's fouled off by White. The 0-1 from Steele. This one swung on and hit out towards left. And that's, almost dropped, but shortstop makes the play on it for out number two. Two outs run around the corners for Jaden Kopp. The first pitch is low for ball one. One on the way. Outside ball two. Here's the 2-0 pitch from Steele. Ooh, inside. And Kopp spins out of it. .30 is inside for ball four. And we're back to the leadoff batter. So now, Dylan Stay at the plate. Bases loaded. And there are 2 down. A 1-0 count now for Stay. That's in there for strike 1. And now that one over the head of the batter for ball 2. That one swung on and fouled back for strike 2. The 2-2 now to Dylan Stay from Griffin Steele. That one's out towards center, down for a base hit to score 1. Bases stay loaded. 2 down, 21-12. Now the score. One-0 now for Matt Richmond. The 1-0 turns into 1-1. That one broke the bat. It's out number 3. Broken bat, out number 3. But more damage done by the Redbirds. 2 hits, 5 runs. And an error by Hinckley. So we'll move down to the bottom of this inning, and it's getting late, ladies and gentlemen. Just looking to get this one finished. Do the Knights have 9 runs in them? Probably not, but you never know. Never know. We'll try and stay positive. Appreciate you all tuning in, staying tuned in. If you are watching this one, be sure to like and subscribe to the YouTube page. That way you're notified every single time we go live with a local sporting event here on this channel. Hit that red subscribe button. That way every time we go live with a local sporting event, you'll get that notification. All you have to do is click on it. It'll bring you right to the live video. So be sure to like and subscribe. I want to thank all the fine sponsors who sponsor us, whether it be spring, summer, fall, winter sports. We appreciate them for sponsoring us throughout all 4 seasons here in Minnesota. Town ball, baseball, football, volleyball, girls hockey, whatever it is. We appreciate you for jumping on the sponsorship trail. So before this one ends, we'll just get it out of the way now. Be sure to tune into the morning shows on 95.5 MKBK with Adam Hefty at 7:30 and 8:30. Then over on 100.9 FM at 7:45 and 8:45 with Joshua Miron. To hear your local sports with your regional and national sports. Also stay tuned to the websites, WCMPradio.com, KBK.com. And follow the social medias, like, subscribe, follow, do whatever you got to do to stay tuned to local sports. Max Sickler will lead it off for the Knights. First pitch to him is inside for ball 1. And that's in there for strike 1. That'll be ball 2. Inside, but called strike 2. And the 2-2. Ooh. Just missed him. We'll run the count full. And that's ball 4. So leadoff walk for the Knights. And Bryce Hipp. Here's the pitch. It's in there for strike 1. And the 0-1. Outside for ball 1. 1-1 on the way, but it's going to be a low ball 2. Hipp will fire this one down the third baseline, and a base hit for Hipp. Runners now at first and second for Corey Schmidt. We get ready for Schmidt now at the plate. That one hit to the third baseman. Oh, and he can't field it cleanly. Everyone's safe. Another error here in the game. Keeps the runner safe with the bases now loaded and nobody out for Isaiah Haas. First pitch to Haas here is strike 1. 2 for 5 on the night. 0-1 is now 1-1 for Isaiah Haas. And the 1-1 on the way. Big swing and miss there from Haas. Make it a 1-2. 1-2 turns into an even 2-2 count. Two pitch on the way. Haas keeps himself alive, fouling that one off. And that's low for ball 4 to walk home a run. So bases will stay loaded for TJ Johnson. That's in there for strike 1. Three for 4 today. hit by pitch back in the 6th, and he's looking at 0-2. 0-2 on the way. And called strike 3 on the outside part of the plate. For out number 1. Dylan Marcelonis. That's ball 1 to him. And that's outside ball 2. Base is still loaded with 1 down here in the bottom of the 9th. That's in there for strike 1. Two one on the way, and that's going to be fouled out of play by Marcelonis. Two pitch on the way for Marcelonis. That'll run the count full now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. That's inside for ball 4 to walk home another run. Bases stay loaded for Brady Johnson. And it's 21-14. First pitch here to Brady Johnson is ball 1. And that's strike 1. The 1-1 outside, ball 2. Two one outside for ball 3. Three one now. And Johnson gets a piece of it, fouls it into the backstop. Full count. And that's in there to get him looking strike 3 for out number 2. So 2 down for Everett Osmus. Base is still loaded. And that's low for ball 1. That's in there for strike 1, outside part of the plate. Swing and miss for Osmus, and we're down to the final strike. One, two. That's high for ball 2. That one swung on, hit out towards center. That's going to score 1 on the RBI single from Everett Osmus. And again, bases will stay loaded. And Griffin Steele. Now coming to the plate. 21-15, and quick mound visit. Oh, did we change pitchers? So another pitching change here for the Redbirds. Well, I guess we'll take another commercial break.
Hey there, neighbors. Matt Winsan, CEO Burnett Dairy. Farmers are the people that wake up before the sun, who battle the elements, and tend to their crops and herds with a passion that runs deep in their veins. At this time, I would personally like to thank the farmers. From all of us at Burnett Dairy Cooperative to all of our incredible farmers, thank you. Burnett Dairy Cooperative. Real farms, real flavor.
The truth is, you don't have to be an athlete to need physical therapy. Car accidents, work accidents, and simply aging can take its toll on our body.
Well, we got a quick warm-up there for Grobner, and he'll be the new pitcher. 21-15, 2 down, and it's ball 1 to the batter, Griffin Steele. Bases loaded. This one is popped up, but it's going to go back and out of play. The 1-1 now for Griffin Steele. Here's the 1-1. Steele fouls it back into the backstop, and again down to their final strike. The 1-2. That back up the middle, and to score another run on a base hit.
Base hit for Griffin Steele scores a run. Max Sickler to the plate.
Oh, they're coming back slowly but surely, I guess. 21-16. Base is still loaded, 2 down. Max Sickler with strike 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. And again, down. I'm not going to say it. It's not worked the last 2 times. Here's the 0-2. And that's it. So that'll get them looking for out number 3. Well, not going to do a long post game. In fact, not really going to do one at all. That's going to do it. The Knights fall here in this one to the Coon Rapids Redbirds, 21-16. That'll do it for me here from Brennan Field in Hinckley. Stay tuned tomorrow. We'll have more high school softball playoff action coming your way on both this station and 95.5 as Bram will take on the winner of Heritage Christian Atwater Cosmos Grove City. Then if they win that one, they'll play again at 3. Well, thanks so much for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks so much to the fine sponsors. Have a great rest of your night.